Have you ever felt like your mind is constantly on high alert, as if something is about to go wrong, even when everything seems calm? Do you find it hard to relax, as if silence feels more unsettling than chaos? If you answered yes, perhaps your mind has become addicted to chaos, and it's slowly eroding your peace. According to the World Health Organization, over 301 million people worldwide live with anxiety disorders, and many don't even realize they're not just anxious. They're trapped in an emotional cycle where chaos has become the norm. And the scariest part, chaos might feel uncomfortable, but to a brain accustomed to stress, it's addictive. In this video, we'll explore how trauma, unconscious patterns, and defense mechanisms lead the mind to seek chaos as a safe space. Most importantly, we'll discuss how you can break this cycle and rediscover your inner peace. Before we begin, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the Silent Wounds channel, and share it with someone who also lives in a constant state of alertness. Your mind may have gotten used to chaos, but that doesn't mean you have to live in it forever. Imagine a child growing up in a home where yelling was constant, where tension hung in the air like a thick fog. Over time, that child learns to live on edge. Their body adapts, their brain reshapes. And even as an adult, silence might feel strange, even threatening. This happens because the human brain is a master of adaptation. When you live under constant stress, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, substances essential in danger but toxic when they become routine. Over time, this chemical surge starts to feel familiar, even comforting. In its attempt to protect you, the mind begins to seek what it already knows: chaos. Studies show that the brain can develop a dysfunctional reward cycle. Stressful situations release adrenaline, providing a temporary sense of focus or energy. And the brain learns to crave that sensation. Just like someone can become addicted to sugar or social media, it's possible to become emotionally addicted to crises, arguments, problems, to chaos. Do you feel like you only function under pressure? That you only feel alive when dealing with a crisis? Maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe it's neurochemical conditioning. But this can be changed. The brain is also plastic. It can relearn. And in this video, we'll understand how to identify this pattern and, most importantly, how to free yourself from it. Have you ever found yourself creating a problem where there wasn't one? Or mentally replaying past arguments as if they were still happening? These might be signs that your mind has latched onto chaos and it's affecting your emotional health without you even realizing it. There are subtle yet revealing patterns that indicate someone is emotionally addicted to stress. Let's explore the main ones. Inability to relax. Even when everything is in order, you feel something is wrong. Your body remains tense, your thoughts race. You lie down to rest, but your mind starts listing everything that could go wrong. This isn't normal, it's exhausting. Impulse for drama or conflict. People with this unconscious pattern might, without realizing it, provoke fights, engage in unstable relationships, or sabotage themselves professionally. Why? Because chaos has become familiar territory. And the familiar, even when painful, seems safer than the unknown of peace. Catastrophic thinking, you always imagine the worst. An unanswered message becomes a sign of rejection. A small mistake turns into a tragedy. This type of thinking keeps the body in constant alert, as if it's always at war. Toxic productivity, you only feel useful when you're overwhelmed. Idleness brings guilt. The mind has learned that running, exhausting itself, always being busy is what gives value, a way to escape inner silence. Fear of silence and boredom. Calm environments or peaceful moments cause discomfort. This indicates that the body is unaccustomed to tranquility. And the most alarming, the longer we stay in this state, the harder it is to recognize it as harmful. These signs aren't weaknesses. They're messages from the body saying something needs healing. Many behaviors that today seem like part of your personality, like living on alert, seeking problems where there are none, or feeling uncomfortable with peace, are actually emotional responses programmed by trauma. Trauma isn't just what happened to you. It's what got stuck inside you when something happened and you couldn't process it. When you've experienced intense emotional pain, abandonment, rejection, humiliation, violence, neglect, your brain learns to protect itself. It creates shortcuts for survival, and often these shortcuts become emotional traps. A clear example is the cycle of self-sabotage. You're about to experience something good, a healthy relationship, a professional opportunity, a moment of peace, but without realizing it, you create confusion, push people away, procrastinate, destroy what you wanted. Why? Because trauma programmed your mind to see well-being as something dangerous. Because peace wasn't safe in your past, so it remains threatening in the present. Traumatized people often feel they don't deserve good things, and unconsciously seek situations that confirm this feeling. Another effect of trauma is chronic survival mode. The body gets used to living as if it is always in danger, even without real threats. And over time, this state becomes normal. Calm feels strange. Chaos, comforting. But here's the good news. Trauma is not a life sentence. It's an invitation to heal. You don't have to keep living on an internal battlefield. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to function better in the middle of chaos? They'll say things like, if everything's too quiet, something must be wrong. That kind of thinking isn't rare. In fact, it's a powerful and dangerous defense mechanism. When you grow up in unpredictable environments, with emotional instability, violence, rejection, or constant fear, your brain learns that staying on high alert is safer than letting your guard down. You start to associate calm with vulnerability, peace with danger, and chaos becomes an old friend, one you've learned how to manage. As painful as it is, chaos gives the illusion of control. Because if everything is falling apart, at least you know what to expect. It's the stillness that's terrifying. It's the everything is fine that triggers the internal alarm. This is called emotional self-protection. The mind would rather stir up chaos or attach to it than be caught off guard by pain. It's a deeply unconscious pattern, and it shows up in many ways. Repeated toxic relationships, fear of stability, restlessness when things are going well. You're not doing this out of rational choice. You're redoing it because chaos feels safer than peace. But that sense of safety is a trap, because living in that state erodes your mental, physical, and emotional health. And little by little, you stop living and start merely surviving. Living in a constant state of tension doesn't just affect you. It affects how you relate to the world, to others, and to yourself. When left unchecked, chaos addiction seeps into your closest relationships and slowly destroys deep connections without you even realizing it. In romantic relationships, it can look like extreme jealousy, constant arguments, a lack of trust, or the need to constantly prove your partner is going to leave you. You don't want to push away the people you love, but the chaos inside makes it feel inevitable. And often, you're drawn to people who recreate the same emotional instability you once knew. The cycle just keeps repeating. In your social and professional life, this pattern can show up as self-sabotage, procrastination, extreme perfectionism, or even explosive behavior. You might end up losing opportunities, friendships, or support because you subconsciously believe you don't deserve stability or that it'll be taken from you anyway. And on a deeper level, your mental health begins to slowly collapse. Chronic anxiety, insomnia, emotional exhaustion, panic attacks, depression. The human body wasn't built to be on high alert 24/7. And every time you reinforce that pattern, You're draining your nervous system and dulling your ability to feel pleasure, creativity, and connection. Neuroscience studies show that living under constant stress physically changes your brain. The amygdala, the fear center, grows larger, while the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thinking, becomes less effective. You stop responding. You start reacting. You stop living. You just survive. The good news? You can break this cycle. If your mind has learned to live in chaos, it can also learn to live in peace. Neuroscience has already proven that the brain is plastic. It adapts, it reshapes, and it can be reprogrammed with new experiences. But it takes repetition, intention, and above all, presence. Here are some practical and powerful strategies to help you break the chaos loop. Recognize the pattern with compassion. The first step is to notice when you're slipping into chaos and not judge yourself for it. When you feel anxiety rise out of nowhere, the urge to pick a fight, to self-sabotage, or to run from calmness, take a deep breath and say, "This is my brain trying to protect me, but now I choose peace." Deep breathing to regulate your nervous system. People addicted to stress tend to breathe poorly, short, fast, and shallow. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this for 3 minutes. It calms the amygdala and activates the parasympathetic system, your body's natural break. Practice intentional silence. If silence makes you uncomfortable, that's exactly where your work begins. Set aside 10 minutes a day with no music, no screens, just listening to your breath or watching your thoughts. At first, your mind will scream, but with time, it will learn to settle. Write down your chaos triggers. Grab a notebook and jot down situations that put you on edge, people who trigger strong emotional reactions, thoughts that show up right before you sabotage yourself. Naming gives you power. Writing is liberating. Reward your calm. Your brain is used to the highs of chaos, adrenaline, intensity, constant stimulation. It's time to teach it that peace can feel good too. After calm moments, reward yourself with something you love, a warm bath, a comforting tea, a kind word to yourself. This helps reinforce new neural connections. Seek emotional support. You don't have to do this alone. Therapies like EMDR, somatic therapy, body-based psychotherapy, or support groups are powerful allies. Sometimes stepping out of chaos requires someone to hold your hand until you learn how to walk peacefully on your own. You've spent so much time surviving that maybe you forgot what it means to really live. Maybe peace feels distant, unreachable, maybe even uncomfortable. But let me tell you, with all the love and honesty I can, you deserve peace. Not just surface level peace on a day without problems, but deep-rooted peace, the kind that comes from inner stillness, from a calm body, from a mind that finally believes everything is okay and that you are safe. This peace starts with small daily choices. It doesn't require a massive revolution. It just needs a moment of reconciliation with yourself. Here are some simple yet powerful practices to help you grow into this new way of being. Morning grounding ritual. Before grabbing your phone, before diving into your routine, just breathe. Sit for 2 minutes, place your hand over your heart, and ask yourself, how am I feeling today? What do I need to take care of myself? Create a space for intentional silence in your home. It could be a corner of the room, a cushion, a candle, a bit of incense. Somewhere your body knows this is a safe place. I can rest here. Use that space whenever the chaos inside starts creeping in. Use restorative affirmations. Your brain believes what you repeat. Say to yourself daily, it's safe for me to be calm. I allow myself to live without drama. Peace is my birthright. Meditate with emotional intention. Don't meditate just to empty your mind. Meditate to hold space for what you feel. Use guided meditations focused on forgiveness, acceptance, trauma healing. Welcome the discomfort that arises in silence. It's pointing to where you need care. Forgive yourself for living in chaos. You did the best you could with the tools you had. Now you're gathering new tools. That's what courage looks like. The path to peace starts with one step, choosing not to run from yourself anymore. You weren't born to live in constant war with your own mind. A mind that learned to chase chaos can absolutely learn how to rest. And the peace that feels far away right now is actually a seed inside you, waiting for space to grow. Throughout this video, you've seen how the brain can become addicted to stress, how unresolved trauma shapes your view of reality, and most importantly, how it is possible to break the pattern and reclaim the calm that is rightfully yours. But now, more than understanding, you need to feel it. So I want to leave you with a simple ritual, one you can do anytime you feel yourself slipping back into chaos. Emotional decompression ritual. Stop, close your eyes, place one hand over your heart and the other on your belly. Take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. As you breathe out, say silently in your mind, I release the chaos. I choose peace. Repeat this 5 times. When you're done, drink calming tea, chamomile, fennel, or lavender, and write down 3 phrases that bring you comfort. Peace is not a destination, it's a practice. And by watching this far, you've already taken your first step. If this video touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to the Silent Wounds channel. In the comments, tell me, when in your life did you realize you were addicted to chaos? Let's turn this space into a healing sanctuary for those who need it most. And remember, you're not alone. And yes, you can live in peace even after surviving the worst of storms. I'll leave a link to another video in the card above and in the description below. Your brain believes the lies you tell yourself. See you tomorrow in our next video. With love, Elena Gray.